And hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, and today we've got some team games, a best of set between two highly skilled, expert teams with some pretty big names on the list. Allow me to introduce you to Levi, formerly known as the professional Hogil here on the purple Protoss, representing team number 1. We have SHK, also known as Byul, also a former professional player. And lastly, Lucky, known as Luckyback, a streamer. And he's really good. He is a fastest map expert, professional, whatever you want to call it. He is one of the best fastest players of all time here on this first team. We're going to call it Team Byul, just to make it easy. Got Freyja, who used to be one of the best hunter players in the world. And he started playing a whole lot more fastest, and now he is a fastest professional or something like that, an expert. He is very good here on the brown Protoss. Yellow, Eodrn, no clue who the guy is, but he has to be good if he is part of his lineup here on the yellow Protoss, middle right of the map. And on the bottom, we got Doromi, used to go by the name Tinkle. He played in the ASL, which makes him a professional player here on the olive green Protoss. So 3 professional players, or former professional players, here joining us for this epic showdown. It is kicking off with a Protoss against Protoss mirror matchup. Everyone is Protoss. As if we didn't have enough Protoss on fastest map already, they decided to all become Protoss. It's an alien invasion, and we're gonna have to do our best to keep track and follow the action with all of these amazing players ready to punch each other in the face for our entertainment. Who will bleed? Who shall fall? And who will rise to be standing victorious atop the mountains or something like that? I wanted to make this very epic, but I kind of ran into a wall. I didn't know what to say. How do you make this epic? Well, I guess you have to keep saying random things that sound cool. Like throwing down fists or something dramatic along those lines. Let's focus on what the players are doing. It's a 7 pylon, 9 gateway, and then 2 more gateways, and on the forge, every single player is doing the exact same thing, so we're gonna be seeing a whole lot of zealot on zealot violence. Oh, they gave each other a nice little fist bump, saying, "Good luck, my friend. Good luck killing those probes, those poor probes. Are they prepared? Are they ready?" There's some protection coming in for those probes. 2 zealots spawning, 3 zealots spawning at the same time. That's why you do this build order. There's 1 zealot coming out first, and then a wave of triple zealots coming out right after. None of these zealots were really able to hit those probes. Maybe this might be the only one. That might just be the only one that managed to kill a single probe. So we have Doromi taking first blood while being the victim of being caused to bleed first, which might already... Well, actually, EOD also lost a probe. No, he did not. He did not lose a probe. He just a little bit behind with his probe production. It's just Doromi who fell behind by 1 single probe. But I don't think that 1 single probe will snowball into his team falling behind on the other team. Team Doromi is still looking strong. So we're just standing up, just looking at each other. They're just all looking at each other. They're trying to control their respective areas of the map. We have Lucky trying to keep Freyja from entering the middle. We have Levi trying to enter the middle, but getting kept away from the middle by EOD. And then we have Doromi keeping Byul contained as well. There's a little bit of touching and feeling going on here and there, but none of these players want to be the first person to start losing their zealots, so they're all just sitting there while they're getting gas. They've got their cyber core. They're going into some advanced technology. We have a Citadel of Doom coming out for Freyja, which means Freyja is going for zealot speed. We have a cyber core coming out on 5 gateways. Actually, he's going for Dark Templars. Excuse me, he's going for Dark Templars. Freyja is going for Dark Templars. Correction. Then these players with the high amounts of gateways are probably going for zealot speed. Okay, they're coming in from Lucky, gonna try to build a containment around Freyja. The fight has started, fight on the bottom side here as well. We have Byul pushing back Doromi, but then EOD joins Doromi to push back Byul, which means that there's now an open hole right here that is not really well protected. And we have Levi going not going in. Everyone is pulling back, retreating. We have had some fists being thrown around, but it turns out nobody wants to fully commit to any fight just yet. Cannon up there in the front from Lucky. The probe seems to have been killed by those zealots. Maybe there are some rules involved here, because the Koreans have rules for Protoss against Protoss. Maybe they have similar rules for Protoss against Protoss in team games where it's all Protoss. Maybe they only allow one cannon on the middle or in their choke, and not a whole lot of extra cannons, because otherwise we're just going to see cannons all over the place, and these games will never ever end, because there's cannons everywhere, everyone is turtling. Those games are just not very exciting. Drop coming out there from Freyja. He has Triple Zeta there inside the shuttle, gonna unload them across the hill and start the first attack there on Lucky. Gonna try to kill the cannon and then go back and pick up some of those other units. Lucky is trying to block access to the cannon by pulling his probes off to try and make it hard to hit it, but not really working. The cannon does go down, more cannons are on the way. We have Dark Templars spawning, and High Templars spawned from Freyja. He's gonna go for a Dark Templar, High Templar drop right afterwards. And they're still having a Mexican standoff here on the bottom side of the map, not really committing to anything. So this is the action that's happening. This is the main action that's happening. Flying right in, Dark Templar unloads, but there's a detection now on the scene. Dark Templar gonna go down, he can't pick it up. High Templar's there waiting for Storm, he's got a couple more seconds waiting. Same thing happening right here. Levi did the same trick, he got double Reaver. This looks a little bit stronger than what... Oh, Storm coming down, but the Storms are hitting him pretty hard. Lost a couple of probes there. Now, likewise, EOD is under attack. Reaver Shuttle there still in the air. He's microing really well. There's 2 Dragoons on the scene. Gonna try to take down the shuttle, but the shuttle flies away to the safety of his own base. Now, probes are returning back to mining because they ran away into the middle, but now there's a big fight happening there. There's players all over the place. We got EOD returning back to mining, trying to recover. Reavers there still on the top side, trying to recover as well, trying to do some damage. Now we have Byul entering the middle along with Lucky to push in on EOD, while Doromi is trying to provide support for EOD. But the army size is heavily in favor of Team Byul, although Lucky is low on probes. He lost a lot of probes to the Storm Robbers earlier. He's down by 14. A lot is happening. He's down by 17 compared to the others. Like 17 probe difference, that's a huge difference. He is pretty small, won't have a lot of production. Looks like the fight here on the middle is going in favor of Byul. It appears that now Zealots with speed are coming into flank from the side there. We have more Reavers being built there by Levi. Levi is playing great, strategically great. That's so many Reavers so early into the game. 4 Reavers picked up, ready to fly in onto EOD, who has triple Dragoon and not a whole lot else to protect himself. And Byul also is breaking through that front door. Looks like this game is over. I think this game is already over. Levi turned the tide with his Reaver strategy play, and he's now controlling the game because his Reavers are too damn strong and there's no Dragoons anywhere on the map to kill the Reavers or the Shuttles. And even if they had them, there's simply too many units from Team Byul here on the scene. Got to run there trying to provide some support, but not really going to do too much right there. We have a drop coming into Levi's base, but his probes are moving to safety. We have Templars inside. Templars trying to try to storm. Templars are hitting the storm, but Templars are not really hitting great storms, so not a whole lot of probes go down. Levi is just fine. He did lose about 10 probes though in total, but look at this. EOD is dead and gone. There's nothing left to protect himself except some probes and 1 cannon on the bottom side. He's gone. He's dead. He is beaten. He's battered. He's bruised. Drop comes in onto Lucky. Trying to run to safety. Templar doesn't load, but Templar does not have energy to storm. He went in too early. But now a drop there coming out onto... That's an observer. Okay, those are observers protecting him. Okay, this is great. He's putting observers on the high ground to help him get more vision to dodge those storms a little bit easier, or maybe snipe those storms out of the air. Really good play there. Really good team play. Another drop there flying across. He's wriggling and wraggling, trying to snake his way through. But a big drop there coming. That's his allies' shuttles actually. He's going on to Freyja. Whereas Freyja is trying to fly in onto Levi. Big drop there. That's 4 shuttles filled up with Reavers and Zealots. That's 5 Reavers in total. This is going to be a bloodbath. He's unloading on the top side, arriving on the scene. Reavers are shooting whatever they can. Templars are on the scene, but they don't have energy for storms just yet. They're just standing there waiting. They're moving. Archon Nexus is going to go down really quick, and down it goes. This game is over. Finito. We've got 2 players down for Team Doromi. Doromi is the only one standing. He calls GG, and the fight in the middle is being won by Byul as well. A really high action, quick Protoss, Protoss, Protoss mirror matchup with really good names. So now means we're going to game number 2, where we're going to have a little bit of switch up with the races. We're not going to be seeing Protoss every single game. I mean, not just Protoss in every single game. We're going to see a little bit of variety with some races being swapped around to Terran and Zerg. And in game number 2, we're going for Terran, Protoss, Protoss mirror matchup. This is going to be a little bit more diverse than the previous game. The previous game had a lot of Zealot, Dragoon into Shuttle, Reaver, and High Templar play. It worked out better for Team Byul, who now has 1 win on the board, and I'm going to add that to the top side of the map, of the screen. Like now I've got something from another game there on the top, so let me just change it real quick. Byul team has 1 win, and the Rom team has no wins. I hope that makes it clear. I'm not going to write Team Byul or Team Drom, I'm just going to keep it short. Byul 1, Drom 0. So let's reintroduce our players. We had Lucky on the Protoss top right of the map. His ally is Levi here on the... That's just regular blue, or is it pill blue? Am I colorblind? I think this is just regular blue. It's Levi here on the Terran, regular blue. Then we have Byul here on the green Protoss, in between Freyja on the blue Terran, and Doromi on the white Protoss, and EOD on the yellow Protoss top left of the map. So we're back in action. Scouting is starting. Both of the Terran players are going for... Actually, let me just check this. Okay, so I want to highlight this difference. Levi went for 8 supply depot and 8 refinery, whereas Freyja went for 8 barracks, then a supply depot, then a refinery. This means that Freyja will have his very first factory out faster than Levi, but Levi will have 2 factories coming up at the same time. Freyja will have Marines entering the map that can change the fight on the middle very early on, whereas Levi won't have very early quick Marines in the middle of the map to join the fight. He's trying to build a pylon right here and stop the mining of that gas. He's trying his hardest to build a pylon, but he's keeping 1 SCV exactly on that spot. This is really good detailed play from Levi. He's keeping the SCV on the exact spot where, oh, he gets the pylon down anyway, which now means that the gas is blocked. He has to build a second gas. He's building a factory already. He's actually not building a second gas. He's going to kill the pylon instead. Marines are on the way. We have Marines entering the middle there from Freyja, as I mentioned before. Second Marine, they're coming out already. Factory is almost done. The second factory on the way for Levi as well. So double factory. He's going to build no bunker to defend himself. We went for a 7 pylon, 9 gateway build order there from all the Protoss players on the map. They're getting the cannon to protect their probes, and Zealots are walking all over the place trying to hit some probes. That's why we have that protection for the probes coming up, because losing a probe is kind of unfortunate to have happened to you very early on into the game. So the fight is happening there on the middle. We have Zealots everywhere across the map. It's a little bit too hard to keep track of all the Zealots walking around on the map. Got one right there, one right here, and another right there. I could change to red versus blue, but then I don't know who Levi... Well, I do know who Levi is, but I don't know who Lucky and Byul are, or who Doromi and EOD are. So I'm going to switch back and forth periodically, and hopefully keep track of who is who using that method. We have EOD in Levi's base. Got 1 Vulture out, make it 2. Couple Marines on the... Oh, Freyja there. The Marines are doing a lot of work. You can see the difference a couple of Marines makes. It can leverage the fight in favor or against you. We have the Zealots there from Lucky coming in to help Levi stay alive. EOD there walking right in between the small little pathway on top of those SCVs. He lost 3, 4 SCVs so far already. He's falling behind a little bit, more than a little bit. He's 5 behind even. We have Freyja now on 4 factory. Levi on 2 factory. Third one not yet finished up. He's up there, finished up there by Freyja. He's gonna get speed first. He's getting mines first. Oftentimes as he's speed first, he's trying to block the minerals And there's still a small little area you can click on the minerals right here on the bottom side. Fight happening here inside this pathway, where every single player on Team Lucky or Team Byul is going for Freyja. The micro there with the vultures though is really good from Freyja, but he might just lose a couple of SCVs to all those zealots entering his space. There's a lot of zealots, and even more of them are joining in because we have Doromi walled off by Byul. He cannot enter the middle of the map. He's going to try to kill some cannons, but that's not going to work. So now we have damage being taken by Freyja. We have some payback by Team Byul after Levi lost some SCVs. Now it's Freyja's turn to lose his own SCVs as well. And EOD is simply too far away. He's going for an attack onto Lucky. Really good probe protection there, but the probes on the gas are still a pretty good target. And it was Zealot, the Dragoons are getting blocked in. Fight still happening here. 11 SCVs there for Freyja. Make it 10, make it 9. He's still losing more of them. The vultures are just targeting the SCVs. Might get one more. That's 8 alive. Situation is dire for Freyja, but Lucky is taking damage himself as well. Went for very fast Dragoons and a very fast robotics, but he's paying for it dearly, losing a lot of probes down to 17. Might lose one more. Nope, does not lose one more. And now there's mines on the middle of the map that are going to make sure that units from EOD are no longer going to keep on attacking Lucky. So now we got an unfortunate situation where Freyja has pretty much no protection from his teammates. Freyja has pretty much no protection from his teammates, because we have... He needs observers, has no observatory. He might get one there on the top. He needs observers to enter the map. Got a double row over there from Doromi to try and help with shuttles, or maybe kill the economy of Byul, or maybe of Levi or Lucky. There's too many mines on the scene here, so that's a very good job putting mines all over the place to prevent those Dragoons and Zealots from entering this base, because he does not have an observer to detect the mines. And the Dragoons need observers to detect the mines to clear out the mines. He's sending in a single Zealot though to try and trigger as many mines as he can. Triggers 4 of them, so that's something at least. Dragoons are moving out across the map. Does he have an observer? No, not yet. There it is. It's flying towards Freyja. Freyja is putting up more mines, moving his tanks to the back for a fortified position, putting down some more mines. He doesn't have any mines left. He's retreating. Drop there coming in on to Lucky. It's Dark Templars inside the shuttle. Cannons are finishing up. Can he kill the cannon? He's firing. Cannon is finished up. He's detecting. Cannon goes down. There's a couple more cannons that are on the way. 2 cannons on the way. All the cannons go down. One more in the top corner. He's going to go for the probes instead of the cannon in the corner. He's trying to get closer to it, but he's just ignoring it. We have an observer there in the air. We have an attack here on Freyja as well. Dark Templars on the top side will go down. Now, Freyja is once again taking some real big damage. He's got 3 tanks in the back. He's walling off to make it very, very difficult for the Dragoons to get even closer. And it looks like Lucky pulls back. He does not believe in the attack. But now we have Levi with some tanks setting up within range of the factories, but outside of the range of the other tanks. Big attack there coming from EOD onto Lucky. Lucky is pretty small, pretty weak. Lost even more probes yet again. The Zealots are triggering the mines. He does not care about detection. Dark Templars are in the mix as well. We have 1 cannon in the corner. He's just gonna go run right in and try to kill the cannon or the Nexus. There's 2 options. Kill the cannon, kill the Nexus. He is getting probe blocked. He's getting a good surround on the Nexus. Dark Templars are in the mix. He's gonna go for the Nexus. Lucky is gonna die right here, right now. He cannot survive this one. He doesn't have money for another Nexus either, so Lucky is out of the game. He cancels as many things as he can at the same time to save up a couple minerals. But there's Dark Templars killing your stuff. You're losing a lot of stuff. Your supply is very low, and it looks like Freyja survived the attack. We have Doromi here. This is Doromi trying to push out, but we have good force here, a good strong Dragoon force here from Byul, keeping him contained. He's shuttling units over the hill. We have pylons on the side that are seeing it. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. So this gets spotted out, but our Tempest in the mix are going to topple this fight in his favor. And now the Dragoons are away from home, so Shuttles are going right into the main base. There's Dragoons there in the main base though, but he didn't... Okay, he spotted them. He's going to try to take them down. Reaver unloads there. Dorom, not a very successful attack, but it's something at least. He's doing damage. The Reavers are strong. Their Temples are killing Dragoons. Now a big attack there onto EOD. Okay, that's a very big attack. This is going to be a painful one here onto EOD. We got the combined forces of Levi, Lucky, and Byul all going for the same person. Here's a drop. Going for Levi. Shuttle needs one hit. Unloads the Shuttle. Reaver on the scene. Reaver can shoot. Reaver has almost no HP left, but the Scarab is chasing. The Scarab is not exploded on the SCV. He's crawling forward. Going to die to the SCV. 14 kills in total. Made a couple more. Dies in the end. But now we have EOD. How is EOD going to survive this one? This does not look pretty for EOD. This looks very, very painful. He's bleeding out. He's bleeding out. But Lucky is very, very weak. Lucky is pretty much out of the game. Except for, of course, these contributing forces that are, you know, kind of killing EOD here. How is EOD going to survive? Because Zealots running across the map. They ignored the cannons on the middle. Just run right through. That's something only Zealots can do. Our Temples are on the scene. The Temple are in the mix. We have an Observer in the air. Observer is actually right there. So he kills a couple of tanks, but there's still a pretty big force here on the scene, killing the EOD. Drop there, flying back towards... Oh, he saved his probes. He's going to try to rebuild here on the top or somewhere else. He saved some probes. It's a smart move to do. More units there went down from this big fighting force, but the big fighting force still pushing forward. Dorom is preparing another drop. Where is he going to go? He's going to unload units right here in EOD space and try to prevent the death of his ally from happening. But I really just don't think that's going to be very successful. He's changing direction. He's going to fly into some turrets there that Levi built on the top side. Levi being very annoying with this map control play that he's doing. He's going straight for Lucky. Lucky does not have anything to protect himself. We have Vultures and Dragoons and Zealots coming from the other allies, Levi and Byul, to try and save Lucky, but that's a lot of Zealots. He's going straight for the Nexus. If he kills the Nexus, Lucky is pretty much out of the game for another 2 minutes yet again. He's suffering. He's suffering pretty badly. He's suffering pretty badly. Nexus, is it gonna go down? It stays alive, but barely though, which means they have another shot at trying to kill it. The probes from EOD have been evacuated to Dorom's base. So we still have control of the middle there with those cannons. We have tanks on the high ground here from Freyja. They're gonna try to push from this hillside into this probe line and kill the probes. Big drop there from Dorom. Where's he gonna go? He's splitting up the shuttles. One of them is going to go for a Storm Drop onto Levi. Levi is not... Oh, he's going to try to snipe the High Templars. He does kill a couple of SCVs there. So pretty good Storm Drop. Killed about 14. Big drop here onto Lucky yet again. The tanks are actually helping the drop kill the Nexus. But now the tanks are going to protect Lucky in staying alive at least. Big attack here. Big army moving around. Snaking. Looking for a target. It's basically a 2 versus 2. They made sure of that. It's basically a 2 versus 2. Although at the moment I would say that... Oh, Byul is in danger of losing his probes. Gets a big storm off. Gets down to 8 probes. He had 40 of them. Lost 32 of them. And now we have tanks pushing from this hillside onto Byul. Byul is in danger. No other way of putting it, Team Dorom is playing this one exceptionally well, despite EOD getting taken out of the equation pretty early, pretty quickly. Lucky is weak. Byul is weak, but he has got a big army. But Byul is weak. He's got Dragoons on the left side to protect against drops, but there's tanks on the right side to protect against tanks. Tanks protecting against tanks. Another drop. Where is he going to go? Is he going to go towards Levi yet again? Levi has been pretty broke. His supply is pretty good. He's got more supply than Freyja. So he's been doing pretty well despite losing SCVs a couple of times. He's going for Lucky again. Going for Lucky again. They actually kill all the tanks on the high ground. Now look at Lucky. He's unloading on the scene. Gonna try to kill those tanks. The tanks are helping kill the cannons actually. Just killing the cannons. Now killing the tanks. One more tank alive. Pretty strong fighting force. Actually, I haven't looked at the upgrades because there's too much is happening. 1 armor, 1 attack there for Byul. Then we have for Doromi, no upgrades at all. Then we have Levi with 1 attack on the tanks. Then we have level 0 attack there for Freyja, but he's getting level 1 attack. He's almost finished up getting Dark Templars on the high ground, actually. That's a very smart move. So the tanks on the high ground are going to get taken down there by Byul. Bigger drop once again flying across the map. We have EOD restarting his base here on the exact same place that he got killed just earlier. We have Dragoons there ready to snipe the shuttles. Shuttles are looking for a way in. They find the Dragoons, going to just try to brute force his way in. He's unloading. He's unloading zealots all over the place. This is a good drop here from Doromi. No need to force yourself into the backside when you can just unload in the base and kill whatever you can with the zealots themselves. Templars marching forward. Probes not running to safety. Probes going to get stormed to death. All the probes are going to die here for Lucky. Lucky has a couple of them still alive, but not many of them make it 6. He's not in a great spot. Definitely not. Well, Doromi has not lost any probes so far this game. Freyja has recovered his SCV count pretty well, back to 65. We have Levi and Byul on 25 and 30. Big drop there yet again. Hit him pretty hard, down to 25 yet again. I thought he had about 40. Byul is recovering. He had 8 probes earlier. He's recovering well, but his supply hasn't grown much. And another big drop there comes in right as I am talking about him recovering. Storms coming down. He goes down from 29 to 21. Another storm comes down, make it 19. Yeah, I expected this would happen to Byul when I saw the spawn location just very exposed on these sides to drops from both directions. Big drop onto Freyja there, though, goes down from 65 to 24 SCVs. Great storm up there from Byul. His own economy being bad does not mean he is not going to hit yours whenever he can. So Freyja now in some trouble. 82 supply, Levi on 134, 140, Byul on 130. They might just start a push onto someone. Doromi is the only one with a proper economy. A lot of robos, a lot of robotics here from Doromi. He's building Reavers as well. Does he finally have some upgrades for his ground? Level 1 attack finished up. Shuttle there flying to the top side. Going to try to finish off this person right here. That's even more. It's a double shuttle drop. He's going to try 2 drops at the same time. Is he going to go for 2 different people, or is he going to go for the same person with both groups of shuttles? Dragoons are in between. Going to have to unload a little bit early. Templars on the scene. Templars might just storm on those Dragoons. Probes are running to safety. Drop number 2 comes in as well to the backside. Unloading drop number 2 as well. Zealots are on the ground. Volters on the ground. Going to try to protect the probes. The storm hits, but the storm does not kill. I've never seen it ever happen before, that probes walk through a storm and survive. So Lucky there stays alive. Not with much. 32 supply. Lost most of his Dragoons. Drop there going. Oh, that's a shuttle actually from EOD. He's bringing his probes back from Doromi's base. Doromi lost his probes to a drop from Byul. Another drop there comes in from Byul onto Doromi. Doromi is running to safety. Storm hits. Storm hits. Yes, that one was a hit. Down to 30. Down to 23. Now we got Byul and Levi leading with worker counts. They are in the lead with their worker counts. Snaking back and forth. Running from place to place. Trying to control the map. Trying to control the pace. Tanks on the side there. Going to try to keep these tanks from Levi away from the hill. So those tanks are very well placed. Very lazily placed turrets there to protect against shuttle drops or drops from the top. These tanks right here are protecting this hillside there. Got Dark Templars on it as well. Another drop there onto Doromi. Probes for running to safety. Where's the High Templar? Right there. He storms, but he kind of missed the storm. He tried. Another drop there, another Templar, but that one also misses every single probe that was here in the base. So he has one more. He has one more. Unloads, ready to storm. Hits. Hits a couple of them. That's about 12 kills there. So hits 12 in the end. Something Doromi, yeah, that really does hurt him. That really does hurt him. Things are not looking too bright. But big dropship attempt here onto Levi, sieging up his tanks. But Freyja finds a pretty good spot there on the top, in between the supply depots. But Vulture's on the scene.
One defensive matrix there. Everything is going to go down. Tanks are sieging up around this place, but this is a really good drop from Freyja. This is exactly what he had to do. Freyja, by the way, is back onto 58 SCV, so he's got an economy, but now Byul is unloading on top of the tanks. Got a storm there in between as well. So this is going to get killed. Really good attempt. But the team play, the protection from his allies is just a little bit too good. But Byul there is getting demolished, getting destroyed, getting murdered. 6 probes alive. Nexus gone. Cannon's getting taken down. He's got he's got 129 supply of army remaining on the map. But no probes. But he can still affect the game. Drop there from Doromi onto Levi. It's never ending. Templar gets sniped. Templar number 2 on the scene. Templar storms. Templar hits. Templar kills most of the probes. He had 59. Now down to 30. So that was a good storm drop. But Levi still on 166 supply in total. EOD under pressure here from Lucky. Lucky has recovered. He's on 38 probes. EOD on 33. Lucky has no upgrades, I assume. 1 attack actually. EOD, 1 attack as well. So both these players are kind of equal in this sense. But now we've got a big army from Levi moving towards EOD. It's time to finish him off once and for all. Huge drop from Byul onto Freyja. Huge drop from Byul onto Freyja. It looks like Team Byul is going to win this one. They have got a lot more supply. Team Doromi is kind of broke. Freyja has a lot of money, a lot of supply, but Levi has the most supply out of all of them. Big drop here onto Lucky, but the Templars are too far away. Templars are missing their storms, and he stormed his own Templar as well, so Lucky keeps most of his probes alive. A lot of protection from his friends. There's tanks, vessels, and dragoons on the scene. And here we have tanks killing EOD. We've got 1 Dark Templar on the scene trying to save the day. 2 kills already, but it might be too late. We have a shuttle there picking up probes. Going to try to run to safety with 8 probes in tow. He's preparing another big dropship here. Big dropship army to go for a doom drop onto Levi. But there's tanks evenly spread out all over his base. Going to be a difficult one to pull off. Yeah, EOD is dying yet again. Probes being escorted to safety. Doromi is trying to recover. Big dropship army moving over the map. He's going to put that onto the high ground. We have Templars on the scene. Tanks are easy to storm because they siege up and they cannot move. Dropships all go down. Tanks are still alive on the high ground. We have dragoons and more tanks coming in to kill the tanks on the high ground. So this is going to get cleaned out. And control goes back to Team Byul. With Levi still running back and forth. Maxed out supply. 51 SCVs. Drop there comes in. It's a shuttle drop from Doromi. High Templars in the mix. High Templars storming. Missing most of the SCVs there though. And oh, he doesn't get the final storm off. Doesn't get the final storm off. Only kills 6. Now big army movement here from Lucky Levi and Byul. In on Freyja. It's time to finish this once and for all, but we have about 30 tanks in the mix. Unloading height. Oh, Zealots on top of the tanks. Really good move there from Byul. Attention to detail is amazing from all of these players. Defensive matrix there from Levi onto his tanks. Pushing forward into this base. Drop from Doromi. Going for Levi, but it might be too late. Doromi is on 33 probes. Byul is on 19 probes. It's a pretty good storm. 38 SCV still alive. Big attack here though. This might just be the end. If Freyja dies, Doromi will be all by himself with a very small economy. And that just isn't very much to play with. He's playing against 106 supply from Lucky, 172 from Levi, and 50 from Byul. Byul doesn't have much left. Byul does not have much remaining, but doesn't matter when there's only 1 enemy with 85 supply remaining on the map. I don't think it really matters that much. In the end, Team Byul, Lucky, and Levi wins game number 2. They are a little bit closer to winning this best of set. Really well played from every single player, and I hope you enjoyed these 2 games so far. We've got more games to come up later this week when I'm going to finish up this best of set between these very good players. It's very evident they are very good. I mean, 3 of them were former professional players, and the other 2 or 3 I don't know what their history is. I know Lucky plays fastest. I know Freyja plays fastest and Hunters. Aside from that, I don't know much about either of those two. I just know that they're very good. Thank you for watching. It was RJB for RJBTV. Please do return next time around when I will finish this best of set, hopefully, if the games are not too long. Otherwise, I might have to make a third video. But I hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon.